Let's celebrate summers by making everyone's all-time favorite kulfi in mango and malai flavors. Before we go ahead, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get our latest recipes. I've taken 1.5 liters of full fat buffalo milk, let it boil, and then keep the flame on low, and we're going to let this reduce. Keep stirring and scraping the sides. All the fat that separates to the sides has to be scraped and mixed so that nothing sticks and burns on the edges. Make sure you stir all the way from the bottom. You can see the fat settling on the top. Make sure that that's constantly mixed in. All this fat is what will help your milk go thick and creamy. So basically, the base of a kulfi is a rabdi. Now there's a lot of shortcuts to make a fast rabdi, but for a truly creamy kulfi, we suggest take your time and let it reduce on a low flame. It does take time, but the final product will be well worth it. Another small tip, the larger and wider the vessel you use, like a stock pot or a kadhai, the faster your rabdi is ready. Now the milk has gone quite thick. You can judge by the bubbles. Let's add half a tin or 200 ml condensed milk. If you don't have condensed milk, you can replace that with either 50 grams of khoya or about 4 to 5 tablespoons of milk powder and half a cup of sugar for sweetness. But if you're adding khoya, the milk will go thicker faster, so keep a close eye. Similarly, once you add the condensed milk, you can see that the milk has gone thick and the fat that we kept mixing in has broken down and has mixed in just like in a rabdi. So let's set it aside to cool completely. Remember, this will thicken further as it cools. It's been a couple of hours. Look at how thick and creamy our rabdi is. This is exactly the kind of thick rabdi that we need. So I've separated it into 2 portions. Let's add fresh mango pulp into 1 portion. You can use canned mango puree or you can blend your fresh pulp, but we like little chunks in our kulfi, so we haven't pureed it. So I'm adding about a cup of it to half the rabdi. Mix that well, and if there's any large pieces, just mash them as you mix. And to the second portion, we are going to add some elaichi powder. What I'm using here is a cardamom powder that I made at home by adding some sugar to the cardamom pods for a fine powder, and this is going to help enhance the sweetness a little bit. Now this rabdi that we have made is a base for making any flavored kulfi. You can add any thick fruit pulp or some saffron, gulkand, dry fruits, anything that you like. So let's start filling our molds. We are using aluminum kulfi molds. You can easily find these online. We have given a link in the description below. Fill them up almost up to the brim. Give it a good tap so that there are no air pockets, because they can disturb the shape of your kulfi. Fill up the elaichi kulfi as well. Now if you don't have kulfi molds, don't worry, you can set your kulfis in popsicle molds or a katori or paper cups, a small glass, or even in small shallow plates. But if you're using such aluminum molds, clean the edges so that the lid doesn't freeze shut. And no matter what mold you may use, cover it with aluminum foil or plastic wrap so that you can avoid any ice crystals. Our molds and katoris are filled up. Let's set this in the freezer for at least 10 to 12 hours or overnight. Our kulfi is ready. First, we have to insert a stick or a wooden spoon. Press it down the center and warm up your mold by rubbing it between your palms. If it still feels stuck, use a small knife, run it around the edges like this, and just twist and remove. See how easily it comes out. Let's do the same with our mango kulfi. Twist and pull. If you directly pull, only the stick will come out. And there you have it. Our creamy kulfis are ready. Hope you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Try out this 2-ingredient kulfi base and let us know what flavors you make in the comments below. Thank you. See you next time with another recipe.